give a big hand real quick to AS220 for doing this? It has been such a great opportunity for so many artists to have this space, and especially now with people in the room, it's made even more special. But for AS220 to do this for people, like I said, this is my 4th time being on here. I've performed with a couple of different bands, playing saxophone actually, and some like kind of avant-garde and weird, more like groove roots music, bass, jazz stuff. So it's my first time humming and strumming on this particular kind of stage. So I'm very thankful to be here with you all. I'm gonna play some original music. This one's called Yellow Line. I find I have a lot of songs that are about kind of traveling and seeking, so I figure we'll start with that. Well, I left my heart on Main Street last night. Tipped my hat to the taxi's brake light. I thought about this old friend of mine as I made my way to the commuter line. You tell me heaven can wait for another day. I'll settle this town, but there'll be hella pay. So I hop aboard, get my ticket stamped twice, 'cause I can't afford the fare to paradise. Oh, now there you go, sitting and watching me leave again. Here I go, pretending that I'm never coming back. Maybe this time I think I'm gonna buy me a one-way ride instead. But you know all too well that I can't. Oh, I'm stuck behind the yellow line. I'm looking for my departure time and staring down what remains of the track. The train is packed with lost identities. Faces drawn like Rockwell memories. We're going out to find a life we can rebel, and then we're riding back home with our pockets half filled. I've been around this old town for way too long. There used to be a borderline, but now it's gone. Wish I could leave these broken smokestacks where they lay and turn their shattered bricks to golden road on my way. Oh, now there you go, sitting there watching me leave again. Here I go, pretending that I'm never coming back. Maybe this time I think I'm gonna buy me a one-way ride instead. But you know all too well that I can't. Oh, I'm stuck behind the yellow line. I'm looking for my departure time, staring down what remains of the track. Sitting there watching me leave again. Here I go, pretending that I'm never coming back. Maybe this time I think I'm gonna buy me a one-way ride instead. But you know too damn well that I can't. Oh, I'm stuck behind the yellow line. I'm looking for my departure time and staring down what remains of the track. Thank you. I love songwriting, and I love writing songs about different things, and they always say, write about what you know. So this next song is about a middle-aged former beauty queen who now works at a gas station. So exactly like me in every way. But no, this is one of those songs that I worked. One of my favorite songwriters, one of my heroes, was John Prine, and obviously we lost him, and it's very sad, clearly. But one of my favorite songs of his was "Angel from Montgomery," and for the reason that he wrote about somebody else's experiences in a way that was so moving that other people felt its realness and felt this story inside their own world, and that this man could embody something like that, a story that's so different from his but shares so many commonalities. So I wanted to kind of share in that with John. So this one's called Madeline. I was a beauty queen at 17, planning life by quizzes in magazines. Now I hand out receipts for gasoline at the filling station off of exit 3. Selling cigarettes and coffee rolls, the faded maps that show only local roads. Behind the glass in my booth all alone, I see that young girl reflected in an old woman's clothes. Can I tell Madeline that I think it's time she moved on? That better life that she had in mind for us, well, that fairy tale's all gone. I still put on the dress, try to impress the girl in the mirror who knows she's worth more than this. I tell her it still fits, and if I wanted, I could quit this job and give her the world that she thought would exist. As the cars all go, the only people around are on the radio. I try not to think of all the cash in the drawer, 'cause I ain't looking for that kind of trouble anymore. How can I tell Madeline that I think it's time she moved on? That gonna turn out the way that you like, but it's good enough to carry you along. But I still put on the dress and try to impress the girl in the mirror who knows she's worth more than this. I tell her it still fits, and if I wanted, I could quit this job and give her the world that she thought would exist. But someday I'll wear it to work, and I'll put on my crown and twirl in the booth while I make change. Do my routines for people heading through town, then I'll blow them a kiss as they're pulling away. But I still put on the dress, try to impress the girl in the mirror, knows she's worth more than this. Tell her it still fits, and if I wanted, I could quit this job and give her the world as she thought would exist. Thank you. That song's about regrets. That song's about being okay with where you're at. That song's about hope. And I think a lot of people, one of the things I liked about Madeline was that she seemed like she was a hopeless character. You know, there's a history there that you don't really know. And, you know, kind of some things that she has inside of her that you just don't realize in these kind of feelings that she's fighting with. And I wrote this song a while back, this next one, about kind of similar feelings to that. And I think I actually don't really ever play this one a lot because I felt like it was dark in some ways that I didn't think my other material was, and it was just that it didn't seem to fit everything else that I was doing. So I played it at an open mic recently, though, and people seemed to like it, so I was like, oh, okay, I'll play it now. So this one's called Don't Think I'll Get to Heaven. Think I'll get to heaven anymore. I broke too many hearts on my way out the door. All the promises I had made and hadn't followed through before. Don't think I'll get to heaven think I'll get to hell that I need. They'll see the cuts upon my hands and let me bleed. And though I beg for mercy, no one here answers my pleas. Don't think I'll get to hell that I need. I don't think I could fix it if I wanted to. 'Cause if there were any good deed I could do, it seems every chance I had to change, I turned my back on you. Don't think that I could fix it if I wanted to. 'Cause I've seen bad men before trying to mend their wicked ways, clinging to a nurse's hand, with wires on their hearts, hoping they can make their sons and daughters understand. I think I'll be remembered when I go. Picture on a wall, no one will know. That's taken down when the dust gets thick in about a year or so. Oh, don't think I'll be remembered when I go. I don't think there will be roses on my grave. Yeah, yeah. That sort of thing is usually for the sake. The only flowers on it will be the weeds that hide my name. Don't think there will be roses on my grave.
all the pieces of this life now that I leave behind don't read too well on your Friday morning page. My face in black and white isn't worth the ink, so they decide to save the space. Don't think I'll get to heaven anymore. I can't see St. Peter locking up the door, saying there's a man who's south of here with a life for you in store. I don't think I'll get to heaven anymore. Don't think I'll get to heaven anymore. Thank you. Now, that all being said, one of the things I love most about where we live right now in Rhode Island is that our state motto is hope. And I think it's very important, especially now over the last couple of years, that we all have a little bit of hope inside us. Sometimes that hope is going to be a little bit different. I think one of the things that I like so much about talking about what Madeline means is that I talk to different people and they have this idea that hope is, lost for her or something, but I think it's different. I think sometimes we have the hope to kind of expand ourselves, expand our reach, to become bigger, become stars, famous, whatever it is. And some people just have the hope to get by every day, that they're going to wake up and they're going to find something just a little bit better, just an incremental change in their lives. Some people just hope that that's all they get every day. And I think I wanted to write a song that kind of spoke to that, for many different reasons, those being obvious for all of us who have survived the last couple of years. And this one's called Somewhere in Rhode Island. Somewhere there's a porch light shining. It's casting out the night with its glow. But inside there's a wife who's sleeping in a dining room, praying that her husband will come home. Somewhere there's a dog that's barking. It's tied up to a tree all alone. The sun's been beating hard. He's stranded in the front yard. He's chewing on the end of his rope. But there's hope inside you, like an anchor, a wandering soul. And I know gonna find it somewhere in Rhode Island. Let's pack our things and go. Well, somewhere there's a boat that's rusting. It's washed up and abandoned on the shore. The ocean left the engine busted and let the rest return to dust, except the word faith carved into the floor. Somewhere there's an old man driving. He's counting mile markers on the road. But across the bridge he comes alive. He's headed north on 95 towards Providence, where salvation goes. But there's hope inside you, like an anchor, a wandering soul. And I know gonna find it somewhere in Rhode Island. Let's pack our things and go. Yeah, it's hard to believe that a place like that exists who could resist the urge to leave for it. I know that we've been hurt before, we're nervous to walk out the door, but in my heart is hope. Somewhere there's a town that's waiting with everything we'd ever want and more. Oh, we'll find it made for you and I, perhaps with fate or lucky timing. Whatever it is, I know you can't ignore that there's hope inside you, like an anchor, a wandering soul. And I know we're gonna find it somewhere in Rhode Island. Gonna gonna find it in Rhode Island. Let's pack our things and go. Thank you. I got time for like one or two more. Trying to figure, Mr. Kevin, how much time do I got left? One more? All right, let's see. Well, we're already here, so let's talk about so many songs that we've been talking about are kind of like a little dour, a little little bummer-ish, all that stuff. But I wanted to let you know that I think that we all have it in us to kind of rise above ourselves and be a little bit better. So I wrote this song a while back, and it was one of my first forays in it. It was one of those songs that made me first really say, like, okay, maybe you can actually write these darn things. Like, there was something about it that felt really good. And it was kind of literary in a way that I had never been able to sort of be before. And also I'm going to play it tonight because this is one of my wife's favorite songs, and she always complains that I never play it. So she's here tonight, and I figured, well, why not play it for her? So this one's called Sailboats, and I live in Newport, and so it's hard when you kind of live around there you see all these sailboats around, and you start thinking to yourself, like, well, you start looking at all these people sailing away to different places, all these great and far off shores, and you start wondering to yourself, well, why can't I do that? Why can't I go there? And so I kind of wrote that with this in mind, but I think eventually we kind of all get there if we just keep hoping, keep working, keep moving forward. And sometimes where you go changes, but I think we all kind of find happiness in the end. So this one's called Sailboats. I see sailboats finding better shore, ships built with 3 masts or more. See other men fed off the catch they board, while I'm wondering how long they anchored for. The diesel from the harbor sick in my breath, it's pushing out with fresh air I had left. Salt water rust, the parts I need to fix this busted up machine. The current's full, but trying to keep the canvas clean. Some sails will fill with hopes of reaching home. The storms will break and make way as you roam. But keep it land to your starboard side, be weary of the tide. I yell from my bar stool in this cold northeastern dive. Well, I see sailboats finding better shore, ships built with 3 masts or more. I see other men fed off catch they board, while I'm wondering how long they're good for. Well, my first year's on the coast, I saw ghosts about to crack. They're carrying storylines be written on their backs. I've been afraid of hauling cargo to try to find a different end. Here I am again. The cemetery near my house is getting full. Established names fill almost every row. Familiar faces leaving roses take traces of the stone. Pretending to the ground they plan to be below. Keep my eye upon the wind to take me out. When an easterly comes through to get me south, I'll cut the mooring line and say goodbye to the shore as I move on to the deep and darkened waters where I belong. I see sailboats finding better shore, ships built with 3 masts or more. I see other men fed off the catch they board, while I'm wondering how long. That I'll see sailboats finding better shore, ships built with 3 masts or more. I'll see other men fed off the catch they board, while I'm wondering how long. that I'll be anchored for. Thank you very much.